Hello, everybody. I'm saying hello, and then to the people at home who aren't there yet with a screen that's not turned on. So yes, I've got my wits about me today. Thank you for coming in the pouring down rain. Let's go start in child's pose. So we can get sweaty and moving and all of that good stuff today. So take the first few moments in your child's pose to get settled in. Let your hips settle down on your heels, each one of your fingertips down into the mat. Especially if you had a lot going on today and your head was just kind of all over the place, get down to what's happening here and just touch the ground. Take a deep breath in through your nose and fill yourself all the way up. And exhale it out. Another breath in, fill yourself up, your whole lungs. Exhale it out. One more, fill up completely. Exhale completely. And start to build your Ujjayi breath. A long inhale with a pause at the top. A long exhale with a pause at the bottom. Really on purpose about it. So that your breath can sync up with the person's breath next to you, with the people practicing at home. Downward facing dog. Keep building the breath. Move it around, pedal out your feet, shake out your head, get settled in. Walk your feet up to your hands, hang in ragdoll. You choose what you want to do with the hands, with the arms, and then pull the pit of your belly in and up and start to spread open your low back and the middle of your back up toward the ceiling. Then press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Reach through your fingertips, bring your thumbs to heart center. Set your intention for your practice. Pick something specific that you can focus on. And we'll send out those intentions with 3 ohms. Deep breath in. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull if you got weights. High push up and pause. Right knee to right elbow. Left knee to left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 big breaths in. Empty it out. Yeah, really on purpose. Breath in. Breath out. 1 more, fill up. Exhale everything. Step or jump, feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Rise up to standing. Big breath up to your fingertips. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High push up. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in together. Big exhale. 2 more, fill up. Empty out. Last one, fill all the way. Empty to the pit of your belly. Step or jump to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold down. Extended mountain, rise up. Lift up through your chest. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High push up. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in together. Big exhale. Yeah, there it is. Breathe in. Exhale and press your thumbs into your mat. Good. 1 more breath. Exhale completely. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold down. Extended mountain. Rise up and go back on this one. Stretch back. Yeah, forward fold. Halfway lift. High push up. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing. 3 big breaths. In. Empty out. Breathe in. Exhale. Last one. Fill. Push the air out. Get empty. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Bow down, extended mountain, go up and go back. Stretch from your feet, fold. Halfway lift, high plank. Knee tap, low plank, upward facing, downward facing dog. Breath in together, big breath out. Breathe in, soften your knees on your exhale. Yeah, get some room. One more. Push the air out, look forward and move, feet to hands. Halfway lift, bow down. One more sunny, rise all the way up, go back, stretch, forward fold. Halfway lift, high push up. Get your fingertips in the floor, knee tap, low push up, upward facing, down dog. Breath in together, full breath out. Two more, in and empty. Good, last one. Push all the air out, move forward. Half lift, bow down, chair pose and stay. Get way back into your hips. Lift and spread your toes up off the floor. Good. Breathe in here. Hands to heart center, twist right. Open your arms, breathe in. Stay for the exhale. Back up to chair pose. Reach, twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay for the whole exhale. Back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift, get long. High push up, knee tap, low plank, upward facing, down dog, right side warrior one. Step through, you've got one big breath to reach all the way up. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Inhale up, exhale down, left side, step it through. Press your feet way into the floor. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Inhale up, exhale down. One breath in, one breath out, step or jump forward. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, one breath this time. Reach, twist right. Inhale, open, stay for the breath out. Good, chair pose, extend, twist left. Open on the breath in, get all the air back out. Chair pose, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen out, high push up. Knee tap, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Right side warrior one, you got it. Step through, look up and reach up. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left side warrior one, step, press, and lift. Chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale down. One breath in. One breath out, feet to hands, halfway lift, fold, chair pose, sit deep, twist right, open on the breath in, stay for the breath out, chair pose, spread your fingertips, twist left, open, breathe in, stay and push the air out, back up to chair, forward fold, halfway lift, high plank, knee on the right, knee on the left, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog, right side warrior one, step and go, big toe mounds in the mat, chaturanga, beautiful, up dog, downward facing dog, left side warrior, big inhale, all the way up, chaturanga on the exhale, up dog, downward facing dog, take one breath in, clear the whole thing out. Move forward. Halfway lift. Bow down. Chair pose. You got to sit deep. Twist right. Open, breathe in. Stay and breathe out. Good. Chair pose. Twist left. Open, breath in. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair. Fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Knee on the right. Knee on the left. Low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, warrior one right side, step through, deep lunge, knee right over your ankle, chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog, left side, warrior one, step through, press your feet into the floor, chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog, take one breath in, clear it all the way. Feet to hands, you've got one more sun B, halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, breathe in, twist right. Open, breath in, stay for the breath out. Back up to chair, twist left. Inhale, open, stay and twist, chair pose. Fold, halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. You guys are right. Right side warrior one. I got too excited. I missed the knee taps. Rise up, reach up, high to low push up. Upward facing, downward facing, left side warrior one. Step through. Send your hands all the way up, high to low. Upward, downward facing dog. Oh. Yeah, so enough of that dreary, like sleepy that's happening outside right now. We're awake and things are happening here. Send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. Stay three-legged or flip your dog or kick the drywall. That's good too. Yeah, connect your feet to the floor. It happens. Yeah, we're all just cozy. We're having a good time. If wheel pose is there for you, take it. Yeah, Paige, there it is. If the cactus arm is there, if you got more space, take it. Yes. Flip back over side plank. Steady rhythmic breath. Now come back into it. If it got away from you, no big deal. You just choose to restart. Top hand way up to the sky. Stretch through your fingertips. Beautiful. Now reach that top arm over your top ear towards the front edge of your mat. So there's a big long stretch from your fingertips in front all the way to your back foot. One more inhale. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Send your left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open. Stay or flip. Land, connect, feet, fingertips, and then full expression. However open that happens to be tonight. Take all that space. Yes, Tara, beautiful. Yes, love it. Flip back over, side plank. Top hand up to the sky. And then there's no rush, right? There's no rush to get in the final variation of the side plank, so you just build it from the ground up. And then reach your top arm over your ear towards the front edge of your mat. Yeah, stretch out the whole length of your body. One more inhale, chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Take a breath in together. Sigh it out. Yeah, more. Breathe in. Yeah, last one. Right side crescent lunge, step through. Keep the breath going. Steady and rhythmic, really on purpose about it. And everybody get a nice deep bend in your back knee, a deep bend in your left knee so you can square your hips to the front of the room. That bent knee gives you more space. Square the hips, lift the front of your pelvis up. Good, keep that intact. And we'll do some knee dips with the back leg. Lower and lift the back knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch up tall, front of the pelvis up. Hands to heart, twist right. Open your arms, spread them wide apart, and then notice if you're like, cool, now that I'm twisting, I'm just going to let all the integration go. Pull your lowest ribs into center. Pull the pit of your belly into center. One more breath here. Stay for the whole exhale, then warrior two, unwind. Nice deep lunge in your warrior two, and then bring breath back. It got a little quiet. Extended side angle. Elbow to your thigh or fingertips by your front arch. You can definitely use a block or a water bottle here. And then make your way into the half bind or into the full bind. Full bind with the bottom arm in front of your thigh and then underneath to meet your fingertips. So some of you are kind of playing around with walking forward to bird of paradise. So I'll offer that again tonight. If you're going from full bind, you just walk that back foot to the front of your mat. Press into your foot and rise all the way up to standing. One more inhale. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One breath in. Clear it out. Left side crescent lunge. Step through. Steady breath. Get all of your toes on the back foot, straight down into the mat. Heels straight up to the sky, and then play around with the back leg again. More bend in the back leg so that you can lift the front of your pelvis. Send your tailbone to the floor. Good. Knee dips with the back leg. 5, 4. Breathe. 3. There it is. 2, 1. Stretch up tall. Integrate. Hands to heart twist left. Many of you have been practicing for so long. Open your arms, and now it's just the fine-tuning of the practice that's going to take you from where you are up and up into another notch of the practice. Spread your fingertips apart. Yeah, one more breath here. Stay for the exhale. Warrior 2. Right down into it. Knee over ankle. Nice long stance on your mat. Extended side angle. Then you create it. Take the breath along for the ride. So you'll know. You take the half bind or the full bind. Then you check back in with your breath. Maybe you play with walking the back foot in and take bird of paradise and you check in with your breath. You've got one more inhale to open up your chest. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Empty it out. Good. Breathe in. Clear it. Last one. Push all the air out. Move forward. Halfway lift. Bow down. Chair pose. Way down deep in your hips. We're going to do something new tonight with your chair pose. I want you to walk your feet a little further apart, like hip width distance or a little bit wider. Squat down nice and deep. We'll do tiptoe pose. Hands to heart center. Come up onto the palm ends of your feet. Let your knees turn out. I know you're like, wait, what? We're doing hip openers already? Touch your heels together. Squat down. Yeah, you may need to adjust. I know it's wobbly. It's a little wobbly. Eyes on one spot. Tall spine. Tall spine. You ready? Eyes stay on your one spot. Rise up. Chair twist to the right. Drop your heels. Hands to heart twist right. Yeah, if you need to shake that for a second, open your arms to then come back to the chair twist. Trying new pieces in there. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair pose. Forward fold. Take your first 2 fingers around your big toes. I know, this is your opportunity. Let all that go. Stretch it back out. Catch your breath. Let your gaze land on the back edge of your mat on one specific spot. Release your hands. Take crow pose from the head of your mat. Spread out your fingers super wide. Zip everything up into center. Ribs into center, pit of your belly into center, even your inner thighs. Squeeze them into center. One more breath. Step or jump back. Low push-up. Yeah, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Some of you are close to floating now. Back to chaturanga. I like it. Take one breath in. One breath out. Move forward. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose, about hip width distance apart. Come down into your heels. Regular chair pose. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Hands to heart center. Hips stay low. Come up onto the ball mounds of your feet. Bring your heels together. I know, sit down low. So for some, your heels might not touch. Totally fine. Sit up tall. Eyes on one spot. Nice. Eyes on one spot. Rise back up. Drop your heels. Twist left. Woo. Open your arms. Stay here and breathe. 5, 4, 3. You got it. 2, 1. Chair pose. Forward fold. Gorilla. Step on your palms. I feel like those of you that come to Ignite pretty regularly, or like you just started coming and you're like, yeah, this is my thing now, I'm pretty into this. I get to experiment a lot more with you. You're like, yeah, why not? I'll just do that crazy thing that I don't know anything about. Sounds good. Release your hands. Take crow pose number 2 from the head of your mat. The weird things, the new things, the things that you didn't think that you'd be able to add into your practice, you just try them on and see what there is to see. Now, keep your gaze right in front of your fingertips. Even if you never jump back in your crow pose, you're just going to try that on and let it be messy, even if it's one leg at a time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Shoot back. Yes. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Clear it out. Good. Breathe in. Breath out. Last one. Fill up. Exhale everything. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold down. Rise all the way up to standing. Eagle pose, right side. Right arm under, right leg over. Pick a spot in front of you that's not moving and just get settled into your hips and the four corners of your standing foot. Steady breath. Come right back to that, your steady, rhythmic breath. Keep your arms bound. Take airplane with your legs. Slow and controlled. Lengthen your lifted leg all the way back behind you. Yeah, long and straight. Full airplane. Reach your arms back. Press your chest past the front edge of your mat. Yes, Laura, there you go. Big open space in your chest. Half moon, open up. Nice transitions. Bottom hand can be on the floor, the block, wherever it needs to touch. You set that up. Eyes locked on one spot to help keep your balance. Stay here or take sugar cane. Bend your top knee and grab your top ankle. Yeah, and that could be a little wobbly at first. It might be something that you're not really used to in your practice. You just try it on. Yeah, Olivia, there you go. One more breath. Both feet to the floor. Eagle pose, left side. Left arm under, left leg over. Hit the reset button. Back to eagle, back into your foot, your gaze. Every pose a reset. And you begin again. Arms stay bound, airplane with your legs. Press, press, press that lifted foot. Get as long as you can possibly get. The muscle hugs to the bone. Then full airplane, arms behind you. Lift your chest like upward facing dog. Yeah, Paul, more space. Half moon, you've got plenty of time to open up. Nice. The slower you go, the more you really get to work that muscle to bone connection. Take sugar cane. Even if you were unsure about it on the one side, maybe you just try it on this side and see what happens. Last breath. Both feet to the floor. Rise up. Standing bow or dancer's pose, right side. Standing bow or dancer's pose. So soft crease if your elbow faces out for the standing bow. Strap if you want to do dancers. Take your pose. Same idea. Get settled into the standing foot, the stable foundation of your standing leg, eyes on one spot. You lock in and then start to expand out through your chest and out through your shin. One more breath. Left side. Soft crease of the elbow faces out so you can really get your shoulder blade onto the back side of your body. Take your pose. Steady breath. A lot of the times for me in this pose, my breath starts to get short because it turns into a bigger back bend, and then it's a to try and hold it. Just let the breath be steady. Right side, second set. You got it, right on one spot. The gaze, your breath, all of it focused together for this one pose to hit full expression. Big inhale. Left side, one more. Straight from one pose to the next. Especially if your brain tries to come in and like make a thing about going from one pose to the other, just move past that and do the next pose. Press your lifted foot straight up to the ceiling. Both feet to the floor. Tree pose, right side. I offered this on Tuesday. I'll offer it again today. Any variation of tree you want to take. We've done hip openers, hand binds, all kinds of different things. No wrong answers here. So if you see something that someone else is doing, and you're like, yeah, I want to try that. Do that. Create full expression in your tree pose. Lengthen the sides of your body from your hips up to your shoulders, to the bottom of your ears. Nice. One more breath. Left side tree. Same variation or a different one, up to you. Eyes on one spot and full expansion. Now the things are warmed up. You've got the breath moving in and out. There's room just to expand all the way out to the edges of your skin. Big inhale. Lift up tall. Both feet to the floor. Come up to the head of your mat if you're not there already. Reach your hands up to the sky. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High push-up. Knee on the right. Knee on the left. I remember this time. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side triangle. Step through. Take up your whole mat. Lots of space. Yes, play with the space in the base of your triangle pose. That'll give you the room you need to pull your thigh bones up into your pelvis. Now you've got options for your bun. You can take your top hand behind your head or behind your back. You choose. Then everyone, pull your top shoulder back behind you. Yes, out of your peripheral vision. Breathe right here where there's plenty of space. And the front of your shoulder can peel open. Press into your feet, rise up to standing. Side facing wide leg forward fold. Turn both feet to face the long edge of your mat and hinge down. Let's take a twist on this side. Bring your right hand to your left shin or your left ankle. Left hand straight up to the sky. So you've got the piece of the twist, and then you can add more of a shoulder stretch by bending your right elbow and pulling your chest to your shin. So you decide how much of a stretch you want there in your shoulder on top of that twist. Soften your knees a bit. And switch sides. Walk it over. Opposite hand up to the sky. And then again, you play around with how much of a shoulder stretch you want to get here. Steady breath. Come back to center, press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Namaste, front facing forward fold or splits. So for the Namaste fold, you want to at least hip width distance apart, if not a little bit wider for your feet. Take a bind behind your back and hinge down. Those of you taking the splits, lift the front of your pelvis up to your belly button. That integration from the center of your body all the way up and out through the crown of your head. Twisting triangle or twisting split. You can use a block or use the floor. Ring out your spine. So the longer your spine is here, the deeper the twist you'll have access to. So keep lengthening, tailbone to crown. One more breath. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in. Full exhale out. Left side triangle. Step through. Lots of space. If the base of the pose is starting to feel super comfortable and business as usual, take it wider and see how that changes your pose. Top hand behind your head or behind your back. To peel that shoulder onto the back side of your body. And as you open that up, can you knit your ribs back together on the front? Yeah, shoulders open, ribs knit together. Rise all the way up to standing. Side facing wide leg fold. Take a bind at your low back this time. Either interlace your fingers or put a towel between your hands. Hinge forward. Yeah, eyes set to one point and breath. Steady, purposeful breath. Most of you can soften your knees a little bit more. Even if you think, yeah, my knees are kind of bent right now, bend them more so your hamstrings have more room to work with. Yeah, there it is. Nice, Nima. Release your hands down, rise all the way up to standing. Namaste front facing or splits on the other side. Lots of you have been taking splits lately. I like that. You can incorporate that in other parts of the practice probably next week. Take your bind and hinge forward. Yeah, breathe on your way there. At this point in your practice, more of a honed attention on exactly where everything is in space, and you just fine-tune as you go, breath by breath. Dialed into what's going on, moment by moment. Twisting splits or twisting triangle. Bring the breath into it. So there's a sense of effort in you maintaining the structure of the pose, but also ease because breath is present. One more inhale. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Clear it out. Good. Two more. In. Empty. Last one. Exhale completely. Roll out to your high plank. Mountain climbers before you head to the mat. So knees into your nose or out towards your elbows. You pick one or the other. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way to the floor. Locust pose or Superman. Hands back by your hips for locust. Arms out in front for Superman. Reach up and away from the mat. Rise up. Get long. Long and big full breaths. Right on the top of your chest so it can make more space. Yeah, like invite the breath in. Create space for the breath. Lower down. Rock your hips left and right. Number 2, you choose locust or Superman. Rise up and away from the floor. You're building that momentum. Stick with it. Either pose, squeeze your inner thighs together. Yeah, good adjustments. Press through your feet back behind you. One more breath. Lower down. Rock it out side to side. Floor bone number 1. Bend your knees and grab a hold of your ankles. Rise up and away from the mat. Up and away. Flex your ankles. Press the soles of your feet straight up to the ceiling. Yeah, good adjustments. Like you're trying to leave footprints right up on the ceiling. One more breath. Lower down. Side to side. Floor bone number 2. Bend your knees. Grab a hold. Rise up. Be in choice. Like let the energy build. Let the heat, the breath, let all of that build up and fill up your entire body. Big inhale, lower down, take it side to side. Upward facing dog, rise up off your mat. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands, jump through to sit. Jump right through. Yep, even if it's a little messy, come down onto your back for bridge pose. / water bottle towel pose. Press your feet into the mat and rise on up. And bring breath into this bridge pose. Big, open, powerful breath where the whole body is right here in this moment doing this particular thing. One more inhale. Lower down. Take your knees side to side. Second bridge, press down, rise up. You can take that bind with your hands at your low back or take cactus arms and press your arms down that way. Stay in your bridge. Come up onto your tippy toes, the ball mounds of your feet. Yes. Then lower your heels. Heels come up and heels go down. Keep going at your own pace. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips, knees side to side. Those are fun / creep up on you when you're not expecting them. Wheel pose is number 1. Wheel pose. Tuck your fingers underneath your shoulders. Rise up. Yeah, right up into it. A big, powerful back bend. Wide awake and in the moment. Tuck your chin and come down. Breath in together. Full breath out. Number 2, wheel pose. You got it. Press, lift, go. Yeah, without overcomplicating, you just step into that new space you've already made. Come on down. Breathe in. Breath out. Number 3, you got it. Press and go. Press and go. Your body's ready. Plug your big toe mounds in the mat. Tuck your chin and lower. Breathe in. Breath out. Wheel pose. You got it. Press and go. No overthinking, just doing the thing and seeing what there is to see. Come on down. Breath in. Breath out. Number 5, you've got 2 more. You got it. Press and go. Open up your chest. Lower down. Breath in. Breath out. Last one. Rise up. We got Paige and Kevin doing a race over here, holding all 6. Big breath in. Tuck your chin and lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Yeah, hands wherever hands want to go. Eyes right up to the ceiling. Let them settle on one spot, and then whatever sensation, feeling comes up for you, let that come up to the surface. Happy baby or dead bug. Soles of the feet right up to the sky. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock forward and back 3 times. Make your way to downward facing dog. Forward and back, forward and back. Downward facing dog. Roll out to a high plank. Shoulders stack right on top of your wrists. Start to knit everything together. Ribs in, pit of the belly in. Forearm plank. Come down to your forearms. So you can interlace your fingers or press flat palms to the floor. So you make your arms comfortable however they need to be. We'll do some hip dips side to side. So right hip dips down to the right. You could touch the floor if you wanted to, if you have that range of motion. Over to the left and dip. You're going side to side, but you keep that integration in the core of your body, the pit of your belly in, your ribs into center. Go side to side for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Keep breathing. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. I know. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Tailbone way up and back to where the wall and ceiling meet. Right side half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist. Pause in your half pigeon. Get your templed fingertips on the ground and lift your chest up nice and tall. You can stay right here, or maybe you press your shin, your front shin down into the mat and bring your hands up to heart center. It might be one hand to start, and you've got one hand on the ground for support. Maybe it's both hands. I know, pit of the belly in and up. Keep zipping it up. Half pigeon, come all the way down. I promise that gets easier the more you do it. Bring your breath into it. Now's the perfect time to put your attention on your breath. And each time something comes up, cool, no big deal, you just come back to your breath. Come back again and again. You build that muscle memory of just putting the attention on the breath, putting the attention on the present moment. Few more breaths here in your half pigeon. Double pigeon, swing your back leg around, stack shin on top of shin, just like fire logs. So lots of different variations of double pigeon. You might have a block underneath your knee that's up in the air. Yeah, you might feel fine just stacking them. Everybody flex your ankles. And if you want to fold forward, fold forward. So you find the edge of your double pigeon, come right up to the edge of it, and hang out there for a couple breaths. Maybe you've got a little more room and you can fold a bit deeper. Maybe your hips are like, yeah, no, we're good. Right here is fine. Stay there. Downward facing dog. Shake it out. Left side half pigeon. Pause upright in this half pigeon. Get your legs set up. And press your left shin, the side of your left shin into the mat. Maybe you've got one hand, maybe you've got both right at heart center. It takes core integration and pressing into that left shin. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little bit like, whoa, I'm kind of barely on the edge of the balance. That's fine. Stay there. Half pigeon fold all the way down. That pause in that half pigeon, the holding yourself upright, is a really great tool to strengthen your low back too. Breathe right here. Longer inhales and longer exhales now. Every time you get distracted, you just keep coming back. You make the choice to come back. Not attempting to stop yourself from getting distracted, because that's not going to happen. But as soon as it happens, okay, no big deal, and you come back. Double pigeon, opposite shin on top. Get yourself situated, and then you decide if you stay upright or fold forward. Breath is definitely a helpful tool here to really give you the exact spot where you need to go, how far upright you need to be, how far forward you can go. Find that space with breath. Pick up your feet and your toes. Yeah. Frog pose. So we've got wall space if you want to take frog on your back. If you're facing the floor, I recommend having your mat to cushion the sides of your knees. So your knees are bent at 90, ankles flexed so your feet can be at 90. Yeah, and if you're working on opening up your hips in the frog pose, you might have a knee off of your mat, like on a towel or a shirt, so that it can slide away from you a little bit and open up as the pose goes on. Set your eyes right on one spot. As you're getting all the way settled, a few of you can bring your hips further forward or a little further back. You want your hips in line with your knees. Yeah, good adjustments. Eyes on one spot. And then notice, do you have your knees and your elbows on the ground, and then the rest of you in the middle is just kind of hanging towards the floor? Just notice, and then reintegrate ribs together, pit of the belly in and up, so your back is long and flat. Steady breath, all the way to the end of your practice. You've got 3 more breaths in your frog pose, full breath cycles. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. At the end of your 3rd breath cycle, start to make your way out of frog. Frog to seated single leg extension when you get there. Right leg out, left heel in. Fold over your leg. Big inhales and exhales here. I missed that part for a long time in my practice. I didn't get why this section of the sequence was called release. I'm like, who's releasing anything here? I'm just like, the entire time. The breath is the piece that makes it release. It lets there be a softness in the back line of your body so things can open up now that they're warm. Switch sides. Space that wouldn't have been possible in the very beginning of your practice, but it's possible now because you've done the work to get here. Fold down. Toes up to the sky, big full breaths. Seated forward fold, both legs out in front. Melt over your legs. Bend your knees as much as you need to, at least a little bit of a bend in both knees. Big full breaths here. See if you can stretch out the muscle, the skin, the tissue at your low back. The lowest part of your lungs, right on the back side of your body. Can you peel that open and make more space? Tabletop or reverse plank. Plant your palms. Fingertips face the front edge of your mat. Rise up. You're taking the tabletop. Press your big toe mounds down. If you're in the plank, point your toes down towards the floor. Yes, everybody squeeze your inner thighs together. Good. One more breath. Lower down. Come down onto your back and let's get upside down. One solid inversion as you make your way towards the end of your practice. Got headstands, handstands, shoulder stands, all kinds of different things happening. So you've got time. Eyes on one spot, the intention of your breath. So that you can stay right in the room moment by moment and make little micro adjustments to get the full range of the pose. Nice control, Olivia. Bring more breath from right where you are. Bring more breath. Headstands and handstands. You've got a couple more breaths and then child's pose to reset. Shoulder stands make your way to plow. If you're in waterfall and want to take plow, that's on the table as well. Land and plow. Let it stretch out your back, the backs of your legs. Plow to deaf yogi. Bend your knees and hug them around the sides of your head. Slowly lower down bit by bit. Hug your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Supine twist right. Drop your knees one way, twist and look the other way. You might straighten your top leg if you want to add a stretch on the outside of your IT band. Supine twist the opposite way. Maybe you straighten that top leg, get a good stretch. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet to touch one more time. Shavasana. You've got your cold eye towel by the upper corner of your mat. Get settled in. Heavy bones, soft muscles. And take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill yourself up and up and up. Exhale it out. Let your entire body rest easy on your mat. Deepen your breath. Bring movement back into your hands and your feet. And plant your feet on the floor and rock onto your right side. With your eyes still closed, press down and rise up. Take a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. We'll finish out practice together with 3 final ohms. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Thumb knuckles to forehead center. Thank you all so much taking time out of your day, trudging in here through the rain to get on your mat and get up to something with me. Namaste. Good work, everybody. So eye towels can go in one of the plastic hampers that are outside the studio doors. If anybody needs help with anything or has questions about anything, let me know. And hopefully I'll see you next Tuesday.